Hello.
Hi, Ray.
Okay, so can we just mention that we already recorded this whole podcast?
Yes, we can. We did this literally right before this. We recorded I feel like it was a good hour.
It was an hour and 8 minutes.
And we lost all the footage. So here we
Of the
are, back
audio.
at it again. My second glass of wine, ladies and gentlemen. So I will sip slowly so I'm not slurring my
I
words.
still have a good amount. So, all right.
But anyways, hi, Raylene.
Hi, haven't talked to you in a whole 15 minutes.
Well, is that true though? I mean, we were talking
Oh, true.
But hi, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm getting this this little wine buzz on right now.
That's good. We're learning technical things, how to
Yes, we are, but we're back
past
and we're
it.
better.
Let's do this. Okay, let's do this. We're
Let's
more
do
organized
this.
now.
Yes. All right. So so we should talk about us. So if you guys don't know, I am Raylene. I am Raylene M. And go ahead, Ray.
And I'm Raylene G, or our friends refer to me as Ray 1 and her as Ray 2, just because I'm older.
Yes,
so
yes,
either
barely,
or.
but whatever. Yeah, so we wanted to kind of start this little podcast. We wanted to kind of just have this space of conversation that's like safe, funny. Right, Ray? I don't know. Elaborate.
Yeah, we talk at least 2-3 times a week, and we always get into some pretty deep conversations and funny conversations. So we figured we'd share that with all of you, just because I think our conversations get pretty funny. So
we're hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. So why not share that with you guys? Make you guys laugh. If you're willing to listen to our nonsense.
Yeah, if you're willing, yeah. And then also too, we kind of wanted to make this about like friendships, because me and Ray always talk about how, people don't value friendships as much as they value like spousal relationships and stuff like that. So we kind of just wanted to give our take on that. We weren't always close. We got really, really close. Kind of like in high school a little bit, but then we kind of drifted, and then we got really, really close in college.
Exactly.
But we've known each other our whole lives. So let's get into like how we met.
Yeah, and all that. Okay, so we both went to the same elementary school. Ray is 8 grade younger than me, but we are both 22, so her drinking wine over there is perfectly legal. But yeah, so we met in elementary school. My first memory of Raylene is in 3rd grade.
Her favorite memory of me?
In 3rd grade, my mom brought me McDonald's for lunch, and she took it to the office, said, "Oh, here, this is for Raylene." I don't know why the office didn't ask, like, "Oh, Raylene in what grade?" or "Raylene who?" But anyways, they gave it to Raylene 2 over there. So obviously she took it. When you're in 2nd grade and someone's like, "Oh, here's McDonald's for lunch," you're just gonna take it, like you don't care. So
no questions asked.
So she took that, and yeah, I had to eat cafeteria lunch that day. But I was so mad, but the school replaced it the next day, so it was like whatever. But still, I remember my mom brought it because like there was nothing in the cafeteria I was gonna like that day, so I vividly remember eating a brownie for lunch.
I'm sorry, Ray.
It's not you.
You make me apologizing for it till this day.
Yeah, I know. But now that I'm older and more mature, I realize it's the lunch lady's fault, not yours. Not even the office, not the lunch lady, because the lunch lady's the one that fought for them to buy me lunch on the next day.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I remember her. She was like a bigger girl with black hair. I don't know her name. But shout out to you. No. You worked at Shuey in the lunch in like, 2006? Shout out to you.
Shout out to you. No, yeah, that was, and I feel like that was the first time we both kind of realized, like, oh my gosh, like we're gonna have this person that has our name, like, okay. And we didn't realize that we would have to deal with that for the rest of our lives, because every person we come in contact with introduced each other to, like, it's just It's a thing. It's a
Um,
thing, guys.
my favorite thing was like in college, Ray would obviously have her like, her psychology friends, and then I had like my kinesiology friends, and we would like bring them together, and I'd be like, oh, this is my friend Raylene, and they'd look at me like, what?
Same,
I'm like,
same.
yeah, so funny story.
It'd always be an awkward pause, and then us, we would just go into like our whole spiel of.
Yeah, we've known each other forever. Mention that McDonald's story. Mention all the
We
other
literally have it
similarities.
memorized. We literally have it memorized. So yeah, let's just go over it. So
Oh, hold on. Speaking of that, we're reading a book right now, and in that first chapter, I don't know what's the name. Big Friendship. I don't remember the authors, but I'll
I don't
insert them
remember them either.
somewhere, whatever.
And something.
Yeah. That first chapter, it says that that's their favorite question to ask people is their friendship, and it's always like a cute little spiel, and like that reminded me of us because like that's so
That's true. We have a little spiel.
Yeah, and that book's gonna be
cute.
a whole segment on our podcast coming later on.
Yeah.
But I had to mention that because that was the perfect time. Like that reminded me of us. But yeah,
That's true. Yeah, we're gonna read that book and we're gonna talk about like because it's based on friendships, and then
long
like I was
friendships.
saying earlier, yeah, long-term friendships, and just like what that's like and how valuable that is for an individual. But anyways, other than that, yeah, so back to our spiel. So we have that McDonald's story, right? And then
Yep.
we always get into like, and when we were in high school, we had the same job. We were both on cheer. We were both on softball.
Yep.
Same teams, you know what I mean? Like, say we had the same coaches. Yeah, we have our families like have the same names. It's like they use the same freaking baby book name
something.
finder.
Yeah.
We
And
all
the
have
thing
like the
about
same
that is like both our families are strong in Rosemead. Like both our families grew up in Rosemead, but they weren't even friends or anything. So there's no like line
because
to
your mom
why
went
they
to
should have the
Rosemead High
same.
School too, right?
Mm-hmm. My grandpa went to Rosemead.
Same.
My
Well,
grandpa was the first graduating class at Rosemead.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
That's
So
cute.
it's like we're Rosemead people, and yet.
And so are we.
Yeah.
And we never. And then we met when well, yeah.
It's
so
crazy.
That's something. Like our families have the same name. What's another funny thing that we always say? I guess that's kind of it. We went to the same college.
Went to the same
So we
college.
went to the same high school. Ended up going to the same college, and that's where we got really, really close. Because we would spend like
Ballas, get out of the trash.
Oh, look! That's my little nephew, Ballas, making a little guest appearance.
Sorry, guys, the camera's
Ballas.
too. Here's his head.
Oh,
there's his head.
Yeah, he's a cutie.
Sorry, mommy.
What breed is he?
What grade is he?
No, what breed?
Oh. I was like, whatever grade he feels like being in. He is a husky mix of some sort. The shelter told me husky German Shepherd, but I don't see German Shepherd in him, so he's
Not
husky something. So
okay,
he's my husky mutt.
Oh,
go lay down.
That's my nephew.
Go lay down. He's gonna be all up in this now. The first time we recorded it, he was crated, but he's been crated all day, so I'm like letting him out, and he's gonna be right here this whole time.
Oh, that's okay. We love him.
We do.
We love to see him.
See this little. All right, so yeah. What were we saying before Ballas so rudely interrupted? So cutely interrupted?
Yeah, so cutely interrupted. No, so we went to the same college, and that's when we got really close because I would pick her up every day. My house was a little bit further from hers, but so it was on the way to like pick her up and take her to school.
I lived right by the freeway she had to jump on.
Yeah, exactly. So I would just pick her up and take her to school with me, and it was so nice. And those were some of like my favorite moments of like our friendship was us just like being in my car. We would have to be with each other like every day of the week for like 2 years, and that was like the best, just to have like a companion to like talk about the night before, just talk about the weekend.
Freaking stress is coming up, and
finals. School, family, friends, boys, all of it. We talk about everything. And so I feel like that's when we got like super close.
35-minute drive home, and then our 35-minute drive home, 35-minute drive back.
Yeah, and then
you
even
live in LA.
School.
Yeah, because if you live in LA, you know the freaking traffic. It should have been like a 10-minute drive. Like we're not even far from our college, but with traffic,
with the hours that we would decide to go to school.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's basically how we got close. But now we're working on a long distance friendship because
Because she left my
I
ass.
I moved out to Arizona to do my graduate program, which I'll start, if not spring, then in the fall. So I'm out here doing that, getting residency so that I don't have to pay out of state tuition. And yeah, Jonathan, who's my boyfriend, was going to ASU at the time. So it just made sense to move out here. And I needed to get out of my mom's house. Like,
And she is thriving. She literally has her own little apartment set up, living on her own. And it's like the cutest, I know you can see like in the background, it's the cutest little place. I helped her move into it. And it's
yes.
exciting that she's on her own. I wish I could say the same.
Thanks. You will. You're getting there. Ray's already in a grad program. I'm not even accepted to a grad program yet. And I graduated a whole year before her. So.
Well, that's because I applied first, Ray.
So I'm thriving in my adulthood, but she's thriving finishing her education. So
yeah, I'm still thriving in my childhood, and Ray is already thriving in her adulthood. So there's that.
Yes. So
and before, so we kind of like named already all of our differences.
Yes.
And I mean, no, all of our similarities. But I wanted to get,
guys.
yeah, I wanted to
keeping
get
this real.
Oh my gosh. I wanted to get to our differences.
Okay.
And those are the best because I have my little.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Ray's favorite difference between us is our physical difference. So should I just stand up now?
Yes, please. So our biggest difference is that when God made that Ray, he made her with all the boobies in the world. And I got nothing. I got none of that. Okay? I got none of that. And so that is our biggest difference. We are literally alike in every other way except that way. And it makes me sad.
There's surgeries you can get now, right?
I mean, that's okay. Anyways, so
we can fix that for you.
That is one difference. What was the other difference that we were talking about?
I can't remember.
Ray.
I can't.
Rave. Okay, so she raves. I definitely don't.
Yeah. So
yes,
I go to like literally every EDM event that's in state other than Vegas. I've never traveled outside of Vegas, like California, Vegas, to go to a rave yet. But yeah, we go to literally every single one. And Ray just refuses to go with me to any of them. So I've even offered to pay half her ticket, and she doesn't want to go.
She is not wrong, guys. You know what it is, though? It's because I am not that much into EDM. I wish I was. I wish I felt it. Like, people really just feel it in their soul, and that's just not me.
See, and that's the thing, too, that, like, when I first started going, sorry, guys, I'm gonna sound like a little poser for a second, but when I first started going, I was just in it for the makeup and the cute outfits and, like, going and having time with my friends. I only knew Yellow Claw, which if you're, like, a raver into the EDM scene, you're gonna be like, Yellow Claw, because like nobody likes Yellow Claw anymore. But that's all I knew. And then like something just went thunk, and the scene and like majority he's just gonna chill right there.
I love that. I saw that too. So cute back there.
The majority of people, I mean, obviously that you have your assholes in anything, but the majority of people are just so loving and they want to take care of you. And then, and I just like the whole the whole scene is just and then I met Jonathan at a rave. Me and Zim's best memories together at raves. It's just the whole scene. And like some people go genuinely for the music, and now I go genuinely for the music because like, now I like that music and I've like gotten into it and, the whole scene. But when I first started going, it was just for the like outfits and the makeup and the scene. And now I'm like, now I have to look at set lists and I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to get to this stage and then back to that stage and then back to this stage? But at the beginning, it was just like, okay, how am I going to do my makeup to match those cute shorts I bought that were $60?
And that will definitely be me whenever I go to my first rave, and Ray will do my makeup because that is another difference of ours. She knows how to do all of the makeup and I don't. She does all of her eyeliner. She's like the best at eyeliner. She could do it in the car. She does her eyeshadow bomb. Like she knows all of those tips and tricks.
Don't take this as an example right now, guys. This has been on all morning. We already filmed a podcast.
Yeah, she kills it though. She does. And me, like I'm still learning how to put on lashes, and like even that, like sometimes I think I'll get it, and then other days I'm like, oh, I don't get
No,
it. I don't get this.
but that's one of those things you're always gonna struggle with because I still struggle with eyelashes,
They're the
especially if I use a
worst.
different brand.
And I even bought those super expensive like Lily lashes, like Lily lashes, right? And
Yeah,
it's like $30 per
per
lash
lash.
set.
Hmm.
Don't even use them because they're
They're
so
thick.
thick.
Yeah,
And like the band is so thick, and I'm like, ooh. So
yeah. No. And since we're on the subject of makeup, if you guys have any recommendations for drugstore full coverage foundations, let me know. I'm in the market for a new one, and I can't decide what I want.
a good drugstore. How come you didn't ask me? What did you the drugstore
Foundation,
full
full
coverage?
coverage.
Mm,
I'm
no,
using
I
Wet n
don't know
Wild right
any.
now. I've used Milani. I really like the Milani one, but I want to try something different. Like I have my like cult favorites, but I want to like.
Why don't you try Too Faced? That's what I use. I
I
love Too
have the Too
Faced.
Faced Born This Way one, and it broke me
Yeah.
out. Yeah, I
Okay.
have that sitting in my. I think if you were darker or
Right.
lighter,
If I was,
I think I'm lighter than. I'm sorry,
yes,
lighter.
right. Look at it
I meant to say,
twisted.
if I was darker, if I was lighter,
No,
I would give it to you, but it'd be way too light for you. You would look pale.
that would save me. That would save me $35 because I'm literally almost out of mine. It's fine though.
Sorry.
So that's another difference. She's a bomb at makeup. I'm definitely not. And she is a beer drinker, and I am a wine drinker.
Oh,
Insert glasses now. Bing! Right there, baby. I'm
my
already almost
dog.
done.
That's my dog's name.
Oh yeah, Ballas is her dog's name. But she's literally on her first thing of beer.
Oh, first bottle.
First bottle, yes. And I'm on my second glass.
But it's about the same amount. Look how small that glass is. Two of those is probably how big is it? I mean, don't get me wrong. Wine's stronger.
Thank
How
you.
many ounces is this?
I bet
This
it's like 5% action. So what were we talking about? Our differences, right?
Yes.
So yeah, so we got that you're a beer drinker, I'm a wine drinker already in there. Any other difference though?
I don't think so.
I feel like it'll come to us as this podcast progress. Like you'll see, like we have so many on paper similarities, but I feel like we are so different.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I feel like that's with anyone or any friendship, relationship, anything. And it comes up as the conversation leads to that.
Yeah, you're right. But other than that, we got some questions.
Yes, let's see.
That we kind of want to answer.
She got some questions from her Instagram. I got some questions from my Instagram. So let's answer yours first.
Okay, so my questions, I have to go to them. Let's see. Okay, so I will ask you, if you had to get a tattoo right at this moment, what would it be? Oh, that was another thing that was different, is that you are a tattoo queen.
And I only have 4. I don't know if I'd be a tattoo queen.
But she has like that. Okay, that is true. But you have big tats, and you want a lot of them. Like you want a sleeve.
True,
and I'm
very
like
true.
the total opposite.
Yeah, Ray wants like the little baby like crosses on her ankle.
I want
the little heart on her wrist.
The one thin line, because I have no pain tolerance. I can't. I wish I could, because they look so dope and they are so beautiful and like works of art. But I just
can't sit through it.
I can't. I mean, I don't know. I've never experienced it.
Like this one, this tiny little one, took 3 hours. Like,
and to sit in that pain for 3 hours. But then I think, okay, we as women, you know, we get like our eyebrows threaded, we get our vagina waxed. You know what I mean? Like we endorse pain on purpose all the time.
Right.
You know? And I've done the eyebrows, you know? Like
You've never waxed your vagina?
I have not yet, although I am so down to try.
I'm scared. I don't know.
I want to, you know what I want to do? I want to sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar.
Mm-hmm. Well,
that's a healthier.
Violet sugars her own legs.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, okay, eventually I want to do laser hair removal for reals,
Oh,
for
for
reals.
sure, yeah.
But we'll get there when when we're balling, you know?
Yeah.
So, but, why did we go to vaginas?
Pain,
Oh,
endorsing
the pain
pain.
tolerance.
Yeah.
So I've definitely had my eyebrows threaded, and it's painful, but I sit there and I take it like a man. So I'm
Or
like, I
even
think I
like
can do it.
when you get a
Tattoo.
pedicure and they get deep in your toes, that's freaking hurts.
That freaking hurts like a mother. That's true.
I don't
I didn't
think
think
you'll
about
have
that.
an issue with small, little, dainty,
Or
thin lined tattoos.
remember when my okay? Because
Oh,
here's one thing about
uh.
here's one. Don't do that. Yeah, I didn't even tell the story. Here's one thing about me. Okay, I bite my nails. I bite my
Yeah.
nails, and it's the worst habit I
She
have,
bites
and I
them
want to
till
get rid
they're
of it so
freaking
bad.
raw. Till they're
I
raw.
bite. Okay, Ray. Thanks
I'm
for
just
that.
saying, I'm hyping up your story. It's important to
Okay.
the story you're about to tell because I know the story you're about to tell.
So I love to get my nails done, acrylics obviously, because if I don't have them done, I bite my nails and I feel like a man. And you know, when I get my nails done, I feel like a woman. It just does something to your soul as a girl. You
It's
know what
because
I
you
mean?
don't bite your nails when you have them on.
Yeah, and they look just so ugh. But there was this one time where I accidentally like broke my nail, and listen, I know like movies and dumb like comedy skits really over exaggerate when women are like, "Oh my god, my nail that hurt." But no, it freaking hurts. And it's valid. And that is not, I feel like it's so unfair that people make fun of when girls be like, "Oh my gosh, my nail." But no, that freaking hurts.
I think,
And so
but
one,
okay, no, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish your
what?
story. Well, so you know how, like,
Okay.
okay, like right now you have a broken nail, but it's because the actual acrylic broke. When it hurts is when
Yeah.
the acrylic pulls your natural nail with it. That's when it freaking hurts.
And that is exactly what had happened to me.
Yeah.
And I was messing around with like my little nephew, and we were wrestling on the bed, and I don't know how this happened, but he literally bent my whole like the finger bud, okay? The part that is still on your finger. He bent that all the way back, and it's just this unbearable pain. I can't even explain it. And I was so nervous to do anything to it. I just left because he didn't break it all the way off. He kind of like bent it back, and then it was kind of just like loose on my finger. And I was like, nope, don't touch it. I can't take it all the way off. Like, please just leave it. I left it for a couple days, ended up getting infected. Like yellow and bubbly and disgusting, and it hurt. It was warm. Like my whole finger was like hot, like it had a fever. And yeah, it was the worst. I stuck it in nail polish remover, which was the worst
Acetone?
pain of my, yes.
Ugh.
Even the word acetone just sounds painful as hell. It was the most painful thing of my life. I have pictures and everything to prove how disgusting it absolutely was. And I took a good long break from acrylics after that because I
Dude,
couldn't do
almost
it.
a year, I want to say. You took a break.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just didn't do it. And before that, I did not take off my acrylics for legit 4 years straight.
Yeah.
Kept refilling those suckers. But I was like, no, you know, my nails need a break. And then quarantine happened. And I started biting my nails like a mother effer because I was, you know, really going through it, as we all are at this time.
At the
And
sneeze. Excuse me.
ASMR, Ray, you should have sneezed in the mic.
Achoo. Achoo.
Achoo. Anyways, oh, Ray. Don't do that.
Okay, go ahead, continue.
I don't even know. You lost my train of thought. That really just distracted me now. Oh, yeah. So, anyways, acrylics are my thing. I feel I got them done when everything started opening up again, and then everything started closing again. So,
And now she has a broken
who
nail.
knows? And now I have one little broken nub. Do you see that? That's so sad. Okay.
But speaking of nails, next week we're going to have Zim on the podcast, and we could ask her about when she got her gel extension ripped off, because I feel like that probably hurt even more than your acrylic getting ripped off, or like getting.
I don't even know what the difference is.
So gel extension, so you know when you get gel, this is my understanding. I mean, I'm not a nail person, I don't know, but the way Zim's explained it to me is that instead of putting an acrylic or a plastic tip on and then filling it with acrylic. They use gel, like gel nail polish, and they build you a whole nail out of gel. So it's on your actual nail. There's no plastic on top of your nail.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Oh,
they look a
that
little
can
more
hurt.
natural. Yeah. So yeah, she hasn't gone back and gotten them since.
Mm.
But yeah, her story a little similar to yours, so we'll ask her next week about that.
Yeah, I can't wait to have her on. She'll be fun to have on.
Yeah, so she'll be on next week. And we'll ask
Yeah,
her
we
all
definitely
about her
plan on having
questions.
all of our friends. We want to have all of our friends on here and just, I don't know, BS and talk. Like, we really want this podcast to just be super funny,
Natural.
lighthearted. Yeah, just we're you guys are joining us in a normal conversation, just everyday stuff. And we don't want to be too heavy, with everything that's going on right now.
I want to be a place that you come for a break from that, because everyone's talking about it and it's a little overwhelming, to be honest. So
it's a lot, to realize. I don't even really want to get into it, but it's just there's a lot of evil going on right now, and it's sad. So we wanted to and whenever we talk to each other, we have a good time, we're laughing, so we thought we would bring you guys along with us.
Yes, and so this whole tangent came from, if you can get a tattoo right now, what would it be?
Okay, so did you say yours? You didn't even say yours. Oh my god.
So,
but you have how many? 4 tattoos?
I have 4 tattoos, and they're all pretty decently sized.
Okay, let's explain all of them. Let's go through all your tattoos so we all know.
Tattoo story?
Yes, tattoo story.
Should we go in order of when I got them? Let's do that.
Why not?
Okay, so this first one, I'm I have to come back to the mic for you to hear me. But that first scorpion was my first tattoo. I went by myself on my 18th birthday.
For those who can't see it, though, it is on her left shoulder in her back, right?
Yes. And it's a scorpion. It is probably 5 inches?
That's pretty huge, guys.
3 to 5 inches. My grandpa has a scorpion on his left shoulder, so I got that. Mine's I like to say mine's the upgraded version of his, because he got his and he was in the Vietnam War when he got it, so that's how old it is. So it's that green, how tattoos used to be green. So I'm
yes.
Grandpa, I love you, but I'm not putting a green, I didn't want his exact, you know what I mean? So I got the upgraded version of his.
Okay.
But yeah, I went by myself on my 18th birthday. So there's that. My second one is this one. How am I going to show this? And this is on my right forearm on the inside. And it's an autism ribbon made out of puzzle pieces. And it has my brother's initials on it, because my brother is on the spectrum. And it's blue because that's his favorite color, and it's the sign of Autism Speaks. So yeah.
I love that one.
What's next? Next one I got is on my ribs. Yeah. That's this one. And that's my grandma's favorite Bible verse in my grandma's writing.
Oh.
And then...
And that one's pretty big, guys. I just want to put that out there. That one's pretty...
my whole rib cage on that side.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my last one... See if you'll be able to see it.
It is on her back, right in the middle. Yeah, right in the middle. Yeah, I can see it. Looks good.
And it's just a sugar skull, because I'm Mexican and I love sugar skulls.
Yes, she
one doesn't have a bit. They're everywhere in my life. So
no, yeah.
But yeah, that's
so. What would be okay? So now, what would be the new addition?
Okay, so I go through this all the time because I have a lot of tattoos planned out. But my next one would be right here. So right above my elbow crotch. And
I love that term, elbow crotch.
I mean, dude, I'm a kinesiology major, and there's no freaking medical name for that.
Really?
No. It's
elbow crotch.
It's the concave part of your elbow. That's so boring. So it's an elbow crotch.
I love that.
So
from the kines major herself, ladies and gentlemen.
Elbow crotch. No, but so last year we had to put my dog of 13 years down. He was a lab, Apollo. So in honor of him, he was my first baby. So I'm gonna get it's gonna be a paw print with wings on the side and a little halo, and then his A and his dates on there. So that'll be my next little tribute tattoo. So
That would
yeah,
be cute. I like that
yeah, my
one.
little puppies.
And mine would be for my grandma who passed away last year. And I would want it on my foot, a little sunflower on my foot. And that's because she always wanted like a sunflower on her foot. Her favorite flowers are sunflowers. And so she would always say, I'm going to get a tattoo of a sunflower on my foot. And it never happened. And then eventually she had to get her leg amputated, which was hard for her. But something that kept her like was like, oh, I'm going to put a sunflower on my foot right there, like on my fake foot. It's going to look so cute. And she really loved that idea of a sunflower on her foot, whether it was real or fake. And so, and then she ended up passing before we can ever do so. So I thought it would be cute if I like got a little sunflower on my foot for her.
Yeah.
Even though I heard that it's like the most painful place to get a tattoo.
Yeah, I heard the
But
foot, the ankle, and like the neck. And then the ribs are right after that, but I fell asleep during my rib tattoo, so.
hmm.
But yeah, so,
Yeah.
but I'm
What's
a
your pain
weirdo.
tolerance?
I have a really high pain tolerance, so.
See, I don't. I don't have I can't do pain.
My mom calls
But
me,
I'm do it.
I forgot what the word is, but basically like someone that likes pain. Because when I got my first tattoo, I was like, I like the feeling of the needle dragging in my skin. And she's like, ew, you're such a weirdo.
You know what, Ray? You like S&M, don't you?
No. I don't know. Never tried. I don't know.
She likes it, guys. She likes it. She's just trying to be PG-13 here.
I'm never PG-13, let's be real. I say what's on my mind.
Okay, next question. Let me finish mine. We can't get off track. Jesus. Okay. Next is... I sent them to you, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You got him?
What memory instantly makes you smile?
Okay, so this is the good part about having a whole failed podcast is that I already know.
Yeah,
I don't have to take the time to think about it.
Our first time recording this, we were like sitting here like
For like a solid 3-5 minutes.
So we decided to pick memories that are after high school because we have another question coming up that's like, what's your favorite high school memory? So after high school, go.
So after high school, my favorite memory is wait, is this the one that makes you smile instantly?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why I like had a brain fart. Is my little brother's graduation because, like how I mentioned before, he is autistic. I mean, he's high functioning autistic, so like you probably wouldn't know, but he did go through a lot. He didn't have like a normal high school experience, and like you could just tell that he was proud of himself walking across that stage, and so seeing him proud of something made me smile. So,
what year did he graduate?
He graduated in 2018.
2018?
Yeah, because I graduated college 19, right? Yeah, so he graduated 2018 from high school.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And then my memories, I mean, I don't really have a specific one. I think like when I think about after high school, I just think straight college memories. And I think my favorite are just like going out, obviously with Ray and like all of her friends and just letting loose because college was tough and nobody talks about that enough. Like it's really tough. So I think those are my favorite.
Not
just going out and having fun.
You said college is tough.
Wait.
Yeah.
Before you start going into college being tough, I loved the memories I created when I had a fake ID. Do you remember that?
I remember that.
I feel like those are so much more legendary than the ones when I actually was legal.
This was like a little rush, like, ooh, am I gonna get caught? Are they gonna accept it? See, I never had that. By the time you guys got fake IDs, I was gonna be 21 in like 2 months. I was like, I'm not gonna pay the $100. I'll stick it out for 2 months.
Yeah.
But yeah, college being tough. I don't think people talk about the fact that going to a religious school for college is even harder to me because I did both. Like I went to UNLV my first year of college, and then I went to APU. Going to a religious college is low-key tougher because you have to take religious courses. You have to go to chapel so many times per week. Like time that you would have to be dedicate to homework or other classes, you're in
Yeah.
freaking chapel. Like I don't know. I just think that it made it a little
You're in
tougher.
chapel, or even like the courses that we had to take for like our Bible courses, they were
They're
hard.
hard.
Like, and then to figure out that they don't even count
Yeah, they
if
just
like we
count.
were
You
to
need it.
transfer to.
Yeah, they're an APU requirement. They're not like a grad school requirement.
Yes.
So you're technically
And
taking extra
so that
units
was,
just to graduate from that school.
yes, and they were not easy units, is what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying. Like, damn, if you're gonna make them extra, at least make them a little easy.
And then I don't know if you felt like this, but I definitely did. I mean, I grew up Christian, but I didn't grow up like strict Christian. And I felt like all these kids in these classes
Oh man,
already
Ray, if
knew things. And I was like, they would be like, well, according to the Bible here. And I'm like, how do you
they
know
would
that off the
quote the
top of your
Bible.
head?
I know, and like they knew. Yeah, I mean it's true. Yeah, we went. Yeah, I agree. But I mean, I don't want to. We
We
still
did
love
it.
APU.
I know, yeah, I loved it. I think it brought me
Right?
closer in my faith. Like,
We
I
needed
wouldn't
those
change it.
chapels.
Yeah.
We needed those chapels. Are
Those are a
you
couple
joking?
chapels that me and Ray started crying in. So,
Me and Ray would just cry our feelings out because we were just filled with spirit. We were just.
yeah, I wouldn't change anything, even though that school is freaking expensive and now I'm in a lot of debt. I think I needed it.
No, honestly, like where I was in my place of
Exactly.
like my life, like I needed it to be forced down my throat, to be
Mhm.
quite honest, because
Yeah.
I feel like otherwise I would have totally not been. Anyways, next question. Okay, let's see. What is your favorite quality about yourself?
I don't know if I like my original answer anymore. Um, I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm just gonna go with it. That I'm determined. That I'm gonna get shit done if I want it done.
And
So,
that's true.
yeah.
I
I
can
mean,
see
I'm
that
out
in
here.
you. Yeah, you're living your life on your own, regardless of what anybody else try to say about it,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
thriving.
I like to think so.
You are. Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Mine. What did I say before? Oh, yeah. Okay, this is going to sound vain, but I really think I'm funny. I don't
Why'd
know.
you
I
say it
mean,
like that?
because
I
am I
I
funny?
I really think I'm funny.
I mean, am I though? I just know I can make myself laugh. Like, I'm just,
Well, I think
you know
that's
what
the
I mean?
ultimate test. You get me? Like,
Yeah, that's true. Like, you need to make yourself laugh. You need to know that at the end of the day, you got you.
yeah,
No matter what hard
exactly.
times you're going through, you could still make yourself smile. And that is the quality I admire about myself.
Good.
Boom.
And Ray was gonna do a amateur night coming up soon once COVID's dead.
Yes.
So we'll send the link or whatever. We'll send the invite.
Yes, that is on my bucket list, to do an amateur night at a comedy club, because I have so many funny stories. And I just think I'm a great, honestly, you just got to be a great storyteller. You got to be a
Yo,
great, you have
yeah.
to,
And
just
be able
have
to
it
make
be
fun of
funny.
yourself and just have no
Yeah.
filter. Yeah.
And when I'm going to be up there, like, I'm obviously going to flood the audience with my peeps. So they
Yeah.
have to laugh regardless. You know what I mean?
No,
I
I'll tell
don't
you
think
straight
I'm
up. I'll
great.
be like, Ray, let's not do that one. That
No,
one's not that funny.
gonna-
But
okay, well, that's
this one
true.
and this
Yeah.
one and this one
I
got
will-
you.
I will definitely practice my stand up in front of you first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you and Jonathan will get a private show. So that way you
Thanks.
could tell me, like, hey, don't put that in. Or, like, yeah, keep that. That's
What
cute.
about the dog? I don't know. Okay, next question.
Oh, yeah, shoot. Next question. Okay. If you had a boy and a girl, what names would you like for them?
Okay. You do yours first because you have a shorter list than I have.
Okay, that's true. Well, I don't really, because we both really don't have good boy names yet.
names,
I feel like
yeah.
boy names are very hard to find. Like, good, unique, like,
See, and
good
that's
ones.
the part where I struggle. It's like all the names that I do like for boys are so common. And I'm like, I don't want my kid to have like a weird name that nobody knows how to pronounce. But I
Same.
also don't want them to be like super, super common where they have to be like so and so G in their class. Like, you get me? Like, in their class. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we kind of got, like, not even the best of both worlds, but like the worst of both worlds, where it was like nobody really knew how to spell nor pronounce our name, and yet we had people with our same names, where we were like
Yeah.
had to say like, oh, Raylene M and Raylene G, like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But I feel,
Anyways,
no, it's true. Well, remember that one time we went to Starbucks and the guy's name was Ray? So me and Raylene always use Ray as our coffee name because nobody ever spells our name right. Wait, hold on. Before we get into the girl and boy names, what's your biggest pet peeve that your name is spelled? The way that your name is, or our name, our name's spelled the same way. We spell it the same way. But what's your biggest pet peeve of how people spell it, especially at like Starbucks?
okay, so our name is supposed to be spelled Raylene. That's how we
Yes.
spell our name. I absolutely cannot stand. Okay, well, before the Star Wars movie, the recent Star Wars movie came out, I couldn't stand when they spelled it Rayleen.
Yeah.
No, that's gross. And then after the Star Wars movie came out, they started spelling it
RAE.
Raelen. I was like, no, that's not it.
I would hate even when I would say like Ray and they would spell it RAE. And I'm like, no, it's with a Y. Like I realized that that's typically Raymond and Ray with an E is like a girl. But I'm a girl and it's with a Y. Get used to it. Like, I mean, that's the way that's what my mom thinks it is. That's why people spell it with an E, because typically Ray for a girl is an E.
I didn't know that.
And like Ray is short for Raymond with a Y. But I'm like, no, but yeah, my biggest pet peeve is Rayleen. Or even when they put the two E's and then an E after the end. Like,
I know.
what? Or my favorite. No, okay, I lied. This one's my biggest pet peeve. And because this happened to me so often, my stepdad calls me Lean now as a nickname because people used to always spell, when he would say my name to people or whatever, they would spell it Raylean.
I'm sorry, go on.
They would spell it Raylean, like lean.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh. But yeah.
Yikes. They would spell, okay, speaking of nicknames though, because I kind of look a little Asian, like there's some angles where like when I smile, I don't know why, but like I can't open my eyes.
You get the little chinny
I get like the little, yes, I get the little chinita look, right? And so at work, this one guy, he calls me Mrs. Ling Ling. Because Raylene, Ling Ling, I'm like, get out of here. Get freaking out of here.
It's kind of really funny.
Anyways, okay.
But yeah, back to your girl and boy names.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Girl and boy names. Okay, so I don't have any boy names at the moment. My girl names would be Araya, and I would want her middle name to be Ray, so it would be okay. And action. Go on.
So yeah, Aaliyah, Alana. I don't know if Alana passes yet. And then boy names, we heard Jace the other day on the radio, and we both really liked that name. So Jace, but with a Y.
Like Jace.
Like Jayce instead of Jace.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. Cute.
And then middle names will all be family names. So we'll definitely have a Ray in there because he has Raymonds in his family. So yeah.
I would want my middle names to be like
family
like my
names.
mom's name.
Yeah.
Or like something like that. Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do for my mom's name because her name is like 10 letters in itself. So a first name plus 10 letters. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
and she doesn't have a middle name. That's a long name. And then their last name is going to be like 8 letters. So it's like 8, 10, 8. That birth certificate is going to be as big as my freaking monitor.
Okay, next. If you had to be stuck on an island with 5 people, who would it be?
All right, so it would be obviously Jonathan, Ray, my brother, Zim, and Zach, because Zach is going to turn any situation into a big old party. And then we have our little smarty pantses. My brother and Jonathan are super smart when it comes to that kind of stuff. Me and Ray can cry in our corners together, and Zim will just be chill.
Yes. Boom, boom. Honestly, that's exactly how it would be.
Yeah.
We would literally be crying in the corner. Like, what are we doing?
And then Zach would be figuring out how to make alcohol out of a fucking leaf.
Why did we both say that? We would just learn how to like make alcohol out of something. Okay, my 5 people would be Edgar, because he is a survival guide in a human being.
Very true.
He literally does anything you need to do to survive. My brother, because I can't think of my life without him.
Without him, exactly.
Ray. I wouldn't do my parents. I would definitely do Gabby because she is like my spiritual guide.
We'll need her
She
to
like
be,
is the one
remind
that
us
like
Jesus is with us.
she really just like brings me back into like my
Perspective,
spiritual
yeah.
realm. Yes. Who did I say my last one would be?
I don't remember.
Shoot. I want to say Ashley. I said Ashley Hill, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, those would be my peeps. My peeps. Okay.
Well, let's just hope we don't go on an island, though.
Yeah, let's hope not, because we would all kill each other at the end of the day.
Very
Like, who are we? Oh, favorite high school memory?
High school
Is the next
memory. Oh, when mine and Ray's cheer team won third place at a USA competition.
Yes.
And we were the first time our high school went to a USA competition, and we placed third and qualified for, I don't remember if it was state or nationals at Disneyland. But we didn't get to go because we were broke.
Unfortunately, isn't that how all sad stories end?
Dude, seriously.
And we were broke. We couldn't continue.
But we did that thing. We did it, so.
We really did. We were really good. And we worked so hard for it.
Yeah.
That was a good memory. That was fun. And mine would be winning Homecoming Queen, which was really cool and unexpected. So
it's because Ray was friends with all the minorities at the school, so she got everyone's vote.
I was friends with all the right people.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But were you really friends, or did you just play the game right?
I played the game so good, Ray. I played that sucker. I'm just kidding. I mean,
no, I think she genuinely was friends with everybody.
I tried to be. I mean, you know. Okay, and then should I say my last question, or do we want to end with that one?
We'll end with that one because I think that one's more, yeah. Okay, so now my questions that I have, mine are a little bit more like broad, not broad, but like, I don't know, they're cool. Okay.
They're cool. Okay.
On what occasion do you think it's okay to lie? Or do you even think there's an occasion where it is okay to lie?
I mean, I think you just have to be ready for when the truth's going to come out, because it's going to come out anyways.
Exactly.
But yeah. I've definitely told a white lie or two. You know,
I think everybody has. Anybody who says they hasn't is an actual liar.
Is actually lying.
Yeah.
But I think the only time I really lie is when you're thinking that you're sparing the other person's feelings by not being completely truthful.
Right. But at the end of the day, I agree. But then you also know, like, fuck, if that comes out, I need to be ready to handle it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we are not always ready to handle it. So I think, is it okay to lie? No. Have I done it, though, to spare others' feelings? Yes.
Yeah. And I think my answer would have been exactly the same. Because that's how I feel. Yeah.
Because we're the same person.
True. Okay. Next question. Are you ready?
No, I'm scared.
What's your greatest fear? I hyped that up so much.
Oh, perfect. I'm scared of the dark.
Okay.
Well, I'm a big scaredy cat.
Just name all of them.
I can't.
Or name the top ones that come to your head.
Okay, I'm scared of the dark, so I can't like sleep in pitch black. I need to have like the TV on, because I need like a little bit of light. I am scared of like, maybe I'm not like scared like because I'll kill them, you know. But like insects, like anything that's not human or animal, really freak me out. Like
invertebrates.
What?
Invertebrates. They don't have a backbone.
Oh yeah. Oof. Gosh, that scares me. And I think that's it. That's all that really comes to mind.
She's like, I have a whole list of fears and names too.
Well, no, I'm just and I can't watch scary movies. Like, I'm just not. I can't do it. It really freaks me out. I am a firm believer as like once you let that stuff into your head, you allow it into your life, and that is not me. That is not me.
Okay.
So, what are your biggest fears?
Mine are a little deeper than that. I'm scared of like failing at life.
Oh,
Um,
okay. I didn't know we were going that deep. I could go that deep too.
let's see what else. I'm scared of losing certain people.
Yes.
Um,
I was gonna say, once you said I'm like scared to fail, one of like my really serious big fears is like losing my parents before I'm not ready.
yeah. Well, I don't think
Like
you'll ever be
I,
ready, but I know what you mean.
but you know, like if I
Yeah.
lost them tomorrow
Tomorrow, yeah.
versus when I lose them when I'm like,
Married and
hopefully
have
I
your whole
have them.
life. Yeah.
Hopefully I still have them by
Um,
that time.
what else? Shoot, I'm scared of something and I can't think of what it is right now. Oh, I'm scared of possums and raccoons.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
I was
Yeah.
like, it's
Did
an
you
animal and I
see?
can't think of it. But yeah, possums and raccoons.
There's this tweet that's going around. It's like this video of these two raccoons that like are going like past this house, but the house has like security cameras.
Yeah.
Or no, no, no. Oh, the guy's video. Did
You're
you see
taping
that?
it,
Where the
yeah.
guy's videotaping him, and then he turns on the lights, and they freeze.
It looks
And then and he's like, and then he puts as the caption, he puts like, just act normal. And then he goes to, because there's two raccoons, he goes to the second raccoon, and the raccoon's like standing up with his hands up.
it's up.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
So
well,
funny.
I was scared of raccoons because 2 years ago, well, okay, so we just went camping last week. So that was like technically our last camping trip. So 3 camping trips ago, Jonathan came with my family camping and we got attacked by raccoons. Like they were in the campsite. We watched a raccoon open. We were in the tent and we watched a raccoon open an ice chest to go into it. He literally opened it. Um, they were climbing on the tree. They were just walking around. I screamed because they were like on the backside of the tent. No one in my family woke up. Jonathan threw a chancla at one. It hit him, and the raccoon just looked at him and did nothing. And I was like,
Oh,
nope,
they're
I'm
reckless.
done. Like, I'm done with these things. They're too smart.
Mm,
They're not afraid. So, no, thank you.
mm.
Yeah. And then possums are just creepy looking, even though if you
Yeah,
get bit by
possums
a
are
possum, you'll be
ugly.
totally fine. They don't carry rabies. They're the one mammal that doesn't carry rabies. But they're
Mm.
just scary looking. But yeah. Any other fears you want to mention?
I can't think of any right now.
Okay. What word or phrase do you use the most?
I don't know. I don't think I have the phrase.
No. Okay, so I think it's easier if you answer for me and I answer for you.
Okay, let me think of you talking.
I already know
Mm,
what I'm gonna say for you.
are you serious?
Yeah. But it's something like I don't think you even realize you say it. There's two of them.
I can't think of anything for you.
I don't have to think of anything for myself either.
I know. I don't think you have. Do you have a
I don't think
phrase?
so.
Because when I think of you like talking and what I hear the most coming out of your mouth, I don't think it's a phrase. I think it's just because you literally say that all the time to me, and it's because it's like, "Come on, Ray,"
That's what
and
I
I'm
was.
like, "Oh, all right,
I
yep,
think
come
that's
on,
it.
Ray." Like,
What I was thinking for you was like, okay, Ray.
yeah, like something like that. Like, okay, Ray, come on,
Or
Ray.
I'm so sure.
Yes.
Yeah. But I think that's all I can think of. I don't think I use anything other than that. And I don't think you have a phrase either. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's weird when people have phrases. That's weird. Like,
I
you're not a
know.
superhero. You don't get a
But you know what?
catchphrase.
When I was in middle school, I used to say like a lot.
I think that everyone goes through that stage, though.
I guess. And some people don't grow out of it, unfortunately, because
Yeah.
I've met some people that are our age that still say like so much.
Or they smack their teeth after every word.
Mm-hmm,
I catch
mm-hmm.
myself doing that sometimes, and I'm like, oh my God, Raylene, stop it right now.
Same, like I am such an impatient listener, so when I catch myself being like a slow talker, I get so
Yeah.
pissed at myself. Because I'm like,
Same.
why are you doing
But at
it?
least you're
Yeah.
aware, so.
I mean, I try to be. Ugh.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
If you were to die and come back as a thing or a person, what or who would it be? That's a good one.
If I were to come back as a thing, I think it would be um hmm. I think it would be a butterfly.
Oh, why
I
a
know, because
butterfly?
they're just pretty.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna laugh at me. I would come back as
What?
a hippo.
As a what?
A hippo.
A bow? A
Hippo.
bow.
A hippo.
Oh, as a hip. Oh, a hip. Oh.
I just think it's all like so cool. They're the most chill animal. But then if they're mad, they just go with their ears and they could kill you.
Okay. Okay. I mean, that's cool. I was honestly going to say an otter because I learned like this really cute fact about otters. And it's something about like, because you know how otters, I don't know if you know this, but they have like little pockets, kind of like kangaroos.
Yeah.
Right. And like male otters, when they're young, like they use, or honestly, all otters, male or female, they use the same rock. Like they get a rock when they're little and they use that rock to open up things for food, like nuts and stuff that they
Oh,
eat.
the same rock
And
for
they
their whole
store it.
life?
And they store it. Yeah, they keep the same rock their whole lives and they store it in their pocket, right?
That's so
Wait, that's not even the
cute.
cutest part. And
And then
then
they give it
when
to their mate.
when they find their females, they give their rock to their females, and that's how like they express their like.
That's so cute.
Isn't that the cutest thing?
It's like a penguin. Penguins give their loved ones a pebble.
Aww. Yeah, that's cute. Anyways,
That's really cute.
next question.
Are you more?
Wait, would you?
Oh, what?
Would you come back as a person?
No.
I know me. That I've lived
Unless
this
I'm
life.
able to come back as myself and relive my life and make different decisions, I wouldn't come back as a person.
Although I do wonder what it's like to live in a male body.
I know I've never had that wonder. Yeah, I don't know. I know everybody has.
Never.
Mm-mm.
So many dirty jokes I could enter in right now, but I just.
No, I know, and everyone always says that. I'm like, that never has gone through my head until someone like says that they've thought of it, and I'm like, oh, I guess that'd be weird to experience, but like, it's never been my own thought.
All right.
Yeah, fair. Okay. Are you more talk and less action, or the other way around?
I'm definitely more talk and less action, unfortunately.
I think it depends on what it is for me.
Okay.
Because if
I'll give you that.
Goal-wise, then like I think I'm more action than talk. Because like sometimes I feel like I do stuff and then people are like, "Wait, why?" I'm like, "Oh, that's been a goal of mine for a while." And they're like, "What? I've never heard you talk about that." You get me? But then when it's like me talking shit, I'm not gonna actually ever do anything about it.
Yeah, I guess that's me. I think because I'm always just talking out the side of my neck, so like I know I'm all talk.
Yeah.
But I wish I was more. I mean, I guess like you said, it depends on what it is. Yeah.
Should parenting classes be mandatory?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes, I think parents really traumatize their kids more than they realize in general. Sure. You know, like there's so many family traumas, and I can really go into the psychology of all of this, of like generational traumas and how that really can ruin someone's life and their children's lives. Like it can really just keep going. So yes, I am a firm believer that everyone should try to go to parenting classes before they bring a child into this world and are responsible for a whole other human being.
I think that like if their class is geared to like the psychological effects to a kid, then yes. But I don't think they should be classes saying like this is the only way to parent. This is the only way that you're going to have a successful child. Because just to me, agree with that comes back like the way my mom parented me is different than the way she parented my brother for obvious reasons. Do you get me? Mm-hmm. Well, that's where I'm like, but I agree with you on the psychological aspects of how.
And I just want to take a little break right here. And the phrase that you always say is "you get me." You get me? That is your phrase. That is your phrase. So I just want to answer that.
All right, there you go.
That's you. That's you.
There it is. It's like in Spanish. In Spanish, where they go, "Verdad?" You get me? But yeah, that's it. I agree with the psychological aspects.
Yeah, I just think parents need to really understand the responsibility, especially young parents, you know, like people have babies so young, and whether that's their choice or not, I just think at a certain age, you don't really realize all of the
The effects, yeah,
responsibility and
and what you do
stuff
can
that really
affect
goes
them
into
later.
it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I just don't agree
So,
with the people that are like, well, if you spank your child's gonna have this issue, or
yeah,
how
I agree with that.
how dare you not spank your child, or like, ew, you do time out, and oh, you should do meditation. Like, dude, let everyone parent
Yeah,
the way they're gonna parent. Just know,
that's true.
you know what I mean?
Because every child is not the same. Every child they do need
Special
specific parenting
things.
styles. And that's something
Exactly.
that you as a parent need to figure out for yourself. But I do think, I mean, maybe not parenting classes, but you need to have some type of therapy to
Like a
really just
child
fix.
development kind of class and how certain things affect them, or I don't know,
Yeah, I agree.
something like that. What is one thing people are always asking you for help with?
I mean, I don't know if it's asking help, but I mean, I just talk to my friends a lot about what they're going through, parents, relationships. I think, you know what, a lot of people would ask me, especially at like APU, like at college, a lot of my friends didn't have a relationship, and I did have a relationship at the time. And so I think a lot of them would ask me things about like men,
Relationships.
boys, relationships, because they thought I had all the answers because I was with so and so for so long or
Yeah.
whatever. So I think that's something they would ask me help with a lot.
Me, now that I have like my degree and everything, everyone's like, how do I lose weight? Can you come up with a meal plan for me? Oh, this bone hurts. What should I do? Oh, my muscle hurts. What does that mean? So,
And you're
yeah.
like, pay me. What's your credit card number though?
Dude, exactly. Like
Just
the other
kidding.
day, one of my mom's friends has something up with her neck, and she's like, she told me like all of the details, and she's like, "Do you think the doctor's right?" I'm like, "You do realize I'm not a doctor, right? I have the lowest degree in this field right now." Like, but yeah, I think that's it. And then homework. I get asked to help with homework a lot.
From me included.
Yeah, but yeah, but I think those are the two things. And because you're the only one
Okay.
that asks me for like advice on other subjects, so I don't even count that. So those two things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. What do you value most in your friends?
I value non-judgment, non-judgmental people in general.
Yeah.
Like, I think that is so important in a friendship. I think to really be vulnerable with someone and just open about everything, you really need to have somebody at the other end that is just as open as you and
Yeah.
really gives the time to know and love you for the person that you are instead of, just being judgmental and like,
Yeah,
ugh.
definitely. Great. I think mine is like truthfulness. So like if I'm
Mm,
doing something, like don't be like try and not hurt my feelings, but just tell me the freaking truth.
yeah,
Someone's in
I
here.
agree.
Someone's in here. I don't even know what he did. But now we're back.
So what was your question?
Oh, what personality traits in other people raises a red flag to you?
Okay, so I said people that are not really like self-aware,
Yeah.
people that like can't really read a room and know like when enough is enough and you're getting like a little too much or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's like
definitely.
a red flag for me.
I think me, it's over narcissist, like I don't want to say overconfident people because I think confidence is like key, but narcissist, like there's a difference between being overconfident or being confident and being like narcissistic. And I think
Mhm.
narcissistic people definitely like rub me the wrong way. And I'm like, do you think you're not anybody else? So I think that's my big
I
one.
know.
So
Okay.
that's my biggest red flag.
Okay.
But yeah,
Nice.
so
So now you guys got to know a little bit about us. And you guys will get to know
us
more
more
about
and
us
more.
as we, yeah.
And then we're going
And
to
we're
have,
gonna have our friends on
yeah,
here, so they'll give you funny stories, and yeah. So
probably
just,
stuff that
you
we don't even remember happening. But I'd
know.
Ray, I do have one question for you before we hit your last question. You want to talk to
No,
us
I'm
about
scared.
Zim's fish? And the whole story was Zimmery's fish.
Oh my gosh. Okay, fine. Only because this was in our last, whatever, take.
It was definitely funnier in the first one because Ray was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And I had to explain what the situation was, and now she knows what it is. But my take on it was that when our friend was moving to Oklahoma, Ray went to go help her, and she was torn on how to take her fish. And so Ray said, "Oh, problem solved," and flushed it down the toilet.
Okay, first of all, that's not exactly how it happened. That's a little exaggerated. What had happened was, okay, my friend was like, I don't really want to take like this fish. I don't know if I should take it or not. Like, I don't want, she couldn't see herself like just tossing it in the toilet. But me, I've had multiple dead goldfish that I just had to like flush down there. So I was like, this is no problem. And they're just going to the ocean. So I was like, Zim, like, I'll do it for you. Like, problem solved. You don't have to do it. I'll do it for you. I'll take care of the hard work. And so I did it. Boom, bam, they're done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This fish was alive and it was a beta fish.
I mean, listen, I'm sure it's living its best life in the ocean.
I'm sure it died before it hit the ocean. It goes through the sewer where there's pee and poop. And those fishes need like certain water conditions. So it died before it got to the ocean, you guys. Congratulations, you killed a fish.
I'm sorry, this beta fish. Well, I don't even know the name. Listen.
I don't either. I don't know what its name was either.
All of her other 10 animals survived the move. So.
That's really funny. But yeah,
we can
guys,
end on that note.
Ray's a fish murderer. But anyways, thanks so much for listening.
Stay tuned for more fish content.
Oh gosh. But yeah, Ray, you have one last question, right?
Yes. So I got one last question saying when we're going to release podcasts.
So as of right now, the plan is to film one a week, and it should be up by the end of the week. So expect it towards the end of the week, so I have time to edit it and everything. So Friday, Saturday-ish is the goal, but we'll let you know if anything changes with that.
Yeah, and we're obviously going to be like trying to promote it on like our social media and stuff. So
yeah, you'll know.
You'll know. It won't be a secret for sure.
One a week.
Yeah, one a week only. You don't want to get tired of us. We get tired of each other.
So make sure you guys check us out. Go subscribe to my personal YouTube channel. Once Ray starts hers up, we'll plug her too. But for now, just mine. And make sure you guys subscribe to the podcast YouTube channel. And yeah, thanks so much for listening and watching, I guess, too.
Yeah. All right. Bye, guys.